Chapter 2, Trigonometric Functions of Any Angle Measures. First topic po natin for today is Cartesian Coordinate System. Our objectives for today is we are going to define and identify the concept of the Cartesian Coordinate System, identifying the labels of the coordinates of points on a Cartesian plane, and we are going to plotting points and identify the quadrants on a Cartesian plane given their coordinates. So what is the Cartesian Coordinate System? Cartesian Coordinate System is also known as the Rectangular Coordinate System. It is the way of representing points in a plane using two perpendicular lines called the x-axis and y-axis. So this is the Cartesian Coordinate System. We have two intersecting lines. First is the x-axis and the second is the y-axis. In the first quadrant, you can see that in the x-axis we have the positive numbers, and also in the y-axis is also positive. In the second quadrant, you can see that in the x-axis is negative and the y-axis is positive. And in the third quadrant, we have the x-axis is negative and then the y-axis is also negative. And then in the fourth quadrant, you can see that the x-axis is positive and the y-axis is negative. So, yung points po na inilalagay natin dito ay tinatawag na ordered pair. So, the first the first number is the x and the second number is the y. So, let's have an examples. So, we were going to plot the following ordered pair. So, we have 2 and 6, negative 4 and 8, 1 and negative 2, negative 4 and negative 5, 5 and negative 2. And then, we were going to identify what quadrant po each ordered pair. So, first is we have to make a Cartesian coordinate plane. Ayan. Which is the x-axis and the y-axis. So, the first is 2 and 6. 2 is an ordered pair, which is the 2 is x, and 6 is y. Then, as you can see, this is 2 and 6 is in y. So, positive 6. And then, they were going to intersect. So, kung saan po sila mag-intersect, ayan, kung saan po sila mag-intersect, doon po ang kanilang point. O yung kung saan doon po magpa-plot yung kanilang point ng kanilang ordered pair. So, we were going to name it as 2, 6. Next, how about in negative 4 and 8. So, ang x-axis natin ay negative 4, eto po. And then, and positive 8. So, eto po. So, mag-i-intersect na po sila. Kung saan po mag-intersect, then, doon po ang kanilang point. Kung saan po magpa-plot. So, name it as negative 4 and 8. Next is 1 and negative 2. So, positive po yung 1. Heto pong 1, positive 1. And then, the negative 2. So, mag-i-intersect lang po sila. So, dito po siya. Then, name it as 1 and negative 2. Next, negative 4 and negative 5. So, ito po yung x-axis natin, which is negative 4. And the y-axis is negative 5. Mag-i-intersect na po sila. Kung saan mag-intersect, doon po ang ating point. Then, name it as negative 4 and negative 5. Lastly, 5 and negative 2. So, dito po yan. Then, name it as 5, negative 2. So, wag po kung magkakamali na kung saan mapunta po yung inyong ordered pair po ninyo. So, making sure po ang x nyo ay if positive yung x nyo, nandito po siya sa may x-axis na positive. At yung kung negative naman siya, doon po yun sa kapila. So, we were going to determine the quadrant. So, 2 and 6 po, ayan. So, ito po yung first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. So, yung 2 and 6 po, that is in the first quadrant. Then, negative 4 and 8, ito po, nasa second quadrant. And then, 1 and negative 2, that is in the fourth quadrant. And negative 4 and negative 5, that is in the third quadrant. And lastly, the 5 and negative 2, that is also in the fourth quadrant. So, that's it. So, that's it for today. Thank you very much. Thank you.